Okay, so we've been exploring what AI can do today, but now let's put on our futurist hats and dive into the what ifs of AI's potential.
Sounds good.
Like, imagine AI systems not just doing tasks, but working together, like a really coordinated team,
Hmm.
almost like experts brainstorming.
Yeah, fascinating to think about AI moving beyond those single tasks and into this realm of complex collaboration.
Right. It'd be like having a team of specialized AI consultants all working on a project.
Exactly. Like imagine a team of AI agents, each with its own specialty,
Okay,
coming together to solve problems that would just overwhelm a single AI.
that makes sense. But how realistic is this idea of multi-agent AI systems? Or is this something we could actually see in like the near future?
Well, I think the building blocks are already there. We see examples of this type of collaboration, things like robotics and, even autonomous vehicles.
Oh, right. Okay.
And as AI research keeps progressing, we can definitely expect to see even more sophisticated multi-agent systems emerge.
So it's not just a sci-fi concept
It's
then.
definitely not.
It's something that researchers are really working towards.
Yeah.
And what about this idea of brain-AI interfaces? That seems straight out of a movie.
It might sound like science fiction, but the potential there is truly captivating.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Imagine blending human intuition and creativity with the raw processing power of AI.
Whoa.
The possibilities are kind of mind-boggling.
Yeah, they are. It makes you wonder, what would the implications be for things like medicine or education or even art?
Hmm.
It's a lot to consider.
It is. It's essential to approach this with a balanced perspective, though.
Okay, right.
While the potential benefits are huge, we need to be mindful of the ethical considerations, too.
Of course, we're talking about interfacing with the human brain after all.
Exactly.
It's not something to take lightly. But let's shift gears for a second and talk about cybersecurity. I was reading an article about how AI is actually making some cyber attacks easier to carry out.
Hmm.
That seems a little counterintuitive, doesn't it?
It might seem surprising, but it really highlights that dual nature of AI. Criminals are using AI to create more sophisticated phishing scams and even deepfake audio messages.
So as AI gets more advanced, so do the threats.
Pretty much, it's like an arms race between security professionals and, cyber criminals.
An arms race. But the article also mentioned that we don't need to reinvent the wheel when it comes to solutions.
That's a good point. A lot of the basic cybersecurity practices we use today are still effective against AI-powered attacks.
So things like strong passwords and two-factor authentication and being cautious about suspicious emails are more important than ever.
Yeah, definitely.
It seems like awareness and education are key.
Absolutely. The more people understand about the evolving threat landscape, the better they'll be able to protect themselves.
Makes sense. Speaking of applying AI in specific industries, I came across a discussion about how AI is being used in the real estate sector.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how a traditionally slow-to-adopt industry like real estate is embracing AI. From virtual property tours to automated document processing, AI is really streamlining a lot of aspects of the real estate business.
It is.
But the experts also cautioned against viewing AI as a magic bullet.
Yeah, that's crucial. AI can be a powerful tool, but it's not a replacement for, human expertise.
Right.
Real estate professionals still need to understand the nuances of the market and make those informed decisions.
So it's about using AI to enhance their capabilities, not replace them altogether.
Exactly.
And that brings up another important point: the legal implications of using AI in real estate.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
As AI becomes more common, we need to ensure that its use aligns with existing regulations and ethical guidelines.
Yeah, definitely.
For example, using AI to alter property photos could raise questions about disclosure and transparency.
Right.
It seems like a complex area where technology is kind of outpacing the legal framework.
It is. That's why it's crucial for legal professionals and policymakers to really engage in discussions about the implications of AI in fields like real estate.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot to unpack when it comes to the responsible use of AI, not just in real estate, but across all industries. But let's shift our focus back to the technical side for a bit.
Okay.
One concept I've been hearing a lot about lately is mixture of experts, or MOE, in deep learning.
Yeah.
Could you break that down for us?
Sure. So, MOE is a fascinating area of deep learning. Imagine you have a complex problem that requires expertise in multiple areas.
Okay.
Instead of building one massive AI model, you create a network of specialized experts, each focusing on a specific aspect of that problem.
So it's like having a team of AI specialists, each with their own unique skills and knowledge.
Yeah, Exactly.
But how do these experts work together to solve the problem then?
Well, that's where the gating network comes in. This network learns which experts are most relevant for a given input and routes the data accordingly.
Interesting.
It's a way to build more efficient and powerful AI systems by leveraging that specialized knowledge.
That sounds incredibly efficient instead of having one giant AI model trying to do everything. You have a team of smaller, more focused experts all working together. Are there any downsides to this approach, though?
Well,
What are the trade-offs?
one challenge is ensuring that those experts are effectively utilized.
Okay.
You want to avoid situations where some experts are overworked while others are just sitting idle.
Yeah.
This is where load balancing becomes really crucial.
So it's not just about creating the experts, it's about managing them efficiently. Yep. Almost like a real-world project management problem.
It is.
What are some of the techniques used to address this load balancing challenge?
Researchers are exploring a bunch of different approaches, from adding noise to the expert selection process to using specific loss functions that encourage a more even distribution of tasks.
Oh, wow.
It's an active area of research with a lot of ongoing development.
That makes sense. It sounds like a complex but promising technique. But before we go too deep into the potential applications of MOE,
Sure.
I think it's important to understand how it fits into the broader landscape of transformer models. I've been hearing a lot about transformers lately, but I'm still not entirely sure what they are.
So transformers are a type of neural network architecture that has really revolutionized natural language processing and is now being applied to other areas like computer vision.
Oh.
They rely on a mechanism called attention, which allows the model to focus on the most relevant parts of an input sequence. Think of it like reading a text and highlighting the key phrases that are most important for understanding the meaning.
Got it. So instead of processing information sequentially, like traditional recurrent neural networks, transformers can analyze an entire sequence simultaneously, picking out the most relevant connections.
Exactly.
That seems like a huge advantage.
It is, and it's one of the reasons why transformers have been so successful in things like language translation, text summarization, and question answering.
Okay, but how does MOE fit into the transformer architecture? Are they two separate concepts, or do they work together?
So MOE layers can actually be integrated into various parts of a transformer model. One common approach is to use them in the feed-forward networks within each transformer block.
Okay.
These feed-forward networks are responsible for processing the information extracted by that attention mechanism.
So instead of having a single massive feed-forward network, you can use MOE to create a more modular and efficient system within the transformer architecture.
Exactly. And this can be particularly beneficial for large language models, where the feed-forward networks can consume a significant portion of the computational resources.
It sounds like a powerful combination. By integrating MOE into the transformer architecture, you can potentially build even larger and more sophisticated AI models while maintaining efficiency.
That's the idea, and it opens up all these new possibilities for AI applications in, various domains.
Before we move on to those applications, I'm curious about the real-world examples where this combination of MOE and transformers is being used.
Sure.
Are there any specific projects or models that you can point to?
Yeah, definitely. One prominent example is Google's DLAM, a language model with a staggering 1.2 trillion parameters. It leverages MOE in every layer, selecting from a pool of 64 experts.
1.2 trillion parameters, that's hard to even comprehend. But what does that actually mean for DLAM's capabilities? What can it do that other language models can't?
Well, this massive scale, combined with the efficiency of MOE, allows GLAM to perform exceptionally well on a variety of language tasks, from translation and summarization to question answering and even code generation.
So it's not just about size, it's about the intelligent use of resources through MOE that enables these advanced capabilities. But are there any applications of MOE and transformers beyond language models? What about areas like computer vision or robotics?
Absolutely. For instance, there's VisionMo, a transformer model specifically designed for computer vision tasks. It uses MOE layers to process image data more efficiently, demonstrating the potential of this technique beyond just natural language processing.
That's fascinating. So MOE and transformers seem to be a powerful combination for building highly scalable and efficient AI models across different domains. It makes me wonder, what does this mean for the average person? How will these advancements impact our daily lives?
Well, while these advancements may seem abstract, they really have the potential to revolutionize many aspects of our lives. Imagine personalized education tailored to your learning style, or more accurate medical diagnoses based on advanced image analysis.
Those are just a few examples, right? The possibilities seem endless, but before we get too carried away with the potential benefits, it's important to acknowledge the potential downsides as well.
Of course, like any powerful tool, AI can be misused. We need to be mindful of the potential for bias in AI systems, especially if they are trained on biased data.
That's a crucial point. If the data used to train these AI models is biased, the models themselves could perpetuate and even amplify those biases. It seems like data quality and diversity are paramount in ensuring fairness and preventing unintended consequences.
Exactly. We need to approach AI development with a strong ethical framework and ensure that these systems are designed and deployed responsibly.
Speaking of responsible AI development, let's circle back to those mind-bending AI concepts we touched on earlier. Multi-agent AI systems and brain AI interfaces. These feel like areas where the line between science fiction and reality starts to blur.
They certainly do multi-agent AI systems where multiple AI agents collaborate to achieve a common goal, have the potential to revolutionize fields like robotics, transportation, and even city planning.
It's like taking the concept of teamwork to a whole new level. Instead of human teams, we could have teams of AI agents working together, potentially solving problems that are too complex for humans to tackle alone.
Precisely, imagine a team of AI agents managing a city's traffic flow in real time, optimizing for efficiency and safety, or AI agents, coordinating disaster relief efforts, analyzing data, and deploying resources to those in need.
Those are compelling examples. It sounds like multi-agent AI systems could have a profound impact on our world, but what about brain AI interfaces? That concept seems even more futuristic, almost like something out of a sci-fi movie.
The idea of merging human intelligence with artificial intelligence through brain AI interfaces is both exhilarating and daunting. Imagine being able to control devices with your thoughts or even enhance your cognitive abilities with AI assistance.
It sounds incredible, almost like having superpowers. But what are the realistic possibilities of brain AI interfaces? Are we talking about decades away, or is this something that could happen sooner than we think?
Well, while we're still in the early stages of development, there are promising advancements being made. We're seeing research on both invasive and non-invasive approaches to brain AI interfaces.
What's the difference between invasive and non-invasive approaches? Could you give us a quick explanation?
Sure, invasive approaches involve implanting devices directly into the brain, while non-invasive methods use external sensors to monitor brain activity. Both have their own advantages and challenges.
It sounds like invasive approaches, while potentially more powerful, also carry more risks and ethical considerations. What are some of the challenges researchers are facing in developing these brain AI interfaces?
One major challenge is accurately decoding brain signals. The brain is incredibly complex, and deciphering its electrical and chemical activity is no easy feat.
This is not just about building the hardware, it's about understanding the language of the brain itself. What about the ethical considerations? Those seem especially important when we're talking about technology that interacts directly with the human brain.
Absolutely. We need to carefully consider the potential impact on privacy, autonomy, and even identity, what happens to our thoughts and memories when they are accessible to technology.
Those are profound questions that we need to grapple with as this technology advances. It seems like a balancing act between harnessing the potential benefits while safeguarding against unintended consequences.
You've hit the nail on the head. The future of brain AI interfaces hinges on responsible development and thoughtful consideration of its societal and ethical implications.
It's a lot to consider. But let's shift our focus back to the big picture for a moment, with all this talk about AI's future potential. Where do you think we're headed as a society? Do you think we're on the cusp of a technological singularity where AI surpasses human intelligence?
The concept of a singularity is a topic of much debate among AI experts. Some believe it's an inevitability, while others see it as a distant possibility or even a misconception.
So there's no clear consensus on whether or not we'll see superintelligent AI in our lifetime. It's almost like trying to predict the weather a century from now.
Exactly. There are so many factors at play, and the rate of technological advancement can be unpredictable. But one thing is certain, AI will continue to evolve and shape the world around us in profound ways.
It's both exciting and a bit daunting to think about what the future holds. But rather than passively observing these advancements, it seems like we have a responsibility to actively shape the trajectory of AI.
I couldn't agree more. The future of AI is not predetermined. It's something that we as a society have a role in shaping through informed discussions, ethical guidelines, and responsible development. We can harness the power of AI for the benefit of humanity.
Well said, and I think that's a perfect segue into our final segment, where we'll wrap up our deep dive into the speculative future of AI and discuss some key takeaways for our listeners. Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've been exploring some pretty mind-blowing ideas about the future of AI.
Yeah, it's been a fascinating journey, hasn't it? From those multi-agent systems that could redefine teamwork to brain AI interfaces that blur those lines between human and machine.
It really has. And throughout this deep dive, one thing has become really clear. The future of AI is not something that's just happening to us. It's something that we have the power to shape.
I think that's really important. The choices we make today, the conversations we have, the ethical considerations we prioritize, all of these will really influence the trajectory of AI.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the speculative future of AI, what are some key takeaways you hope our listeners walk away with?
I think first and foremost, I hope they understand that AI is not this monolithic entity. It's such a diverse field with a wide range of applications and implications, from narrow AI systems that excel at specific tasks to the pursuit of, artificial general intelligence. AI is a multifaceted landscape.
And within this diverse landscape, it's crucial to maintain a balanced perspective, right? We need to acknowledge both the immense potential benefits and the potential risks that come with such powerful technology.
Exactly. AI has the capacity to revolutionize healthcare, education, transportation, like virtually every aspect of our lives.
Yeah.
But we need to be mindful of potential biases, data privacy concerns, and the ethical implications of AI decision making.
It's not just about the technology itself. It's about how we choose to develop, deploy, and govern it. It's about ensuring that AI is used responsibly and ethically aligning with our values as a society.
I couldn't agree more. And that brings us to another crucial takeaway: the importance of staying informed and engaged. The more you understand about AI, its capabilities, and its limitations, the better equipped you'll be to participate in shaping its future.
It's about asking those critical questions, challenging assumptions, and engaging in that open dialogue about the role we want AI to play in our world. It's about ensuring that AI serves humanity, not the other way around.
Exactly. The future of AI is not predetermined. It's a path we forge collectively, one step at a time, and each of us has a role to play in shaping that path.
Well said. And on that note, I want to thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the speculative future of AI. It's been an enlightening and thought-provoking exploration.
It's been my pleasure, and remember, the future of AI is in our hands. Let's make sure we shape it wisely.
That's a great message to end on until next time. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep asking those big questions about the world we're creating together.